You want me to put that on my Tudor?
Harry's wife. You've got no future with him. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. The Daily Record, with an article by Francesca Edwards and Nicola Crowell, tells us, Harry's wife warned she has no future with Prince Harry and needs to go solo. Harry's wife has been advised she has no future working alongside Prince Harry and needs to do it alone to save her career, an insider has claimed. Now, it would be very easy for Harry's wife to get to this position of seeing that she needs to go it alone. How so? 1. Harry is in sustained devaluation. Apart from the occasional respite periods he gets when he's painted white, for the most part, he's viewed through the lens of black, which means that he is seen as a problem. It means that he's not looked upon favourably. It means that he is looked upon poorly. And therefore, repeatedly, whatever he does is seen through this lens of black. 2. Although Harry's wife is deluded, she cannot help but realise that she is unpopular, that her series has, of course, been terminated, that there aren't many offers appearing to replace it. She is not so deluded as to not recognise those things have happened, but as I've explained previously, she simply cannot process that those things could happen to her because she sees herself as such a wonderful individual. And therefore she simply cannot accept that somebody would respond in such a way that people would hate upon her, that people would be so unpleasant towards her. It really doesn't make sense in her world. Hence why, as in Parts Immediate Passim, she explained that she was distraught about the loss of Spotify and that she couldn't understand that she was subjected to such unnecessary attacks. She doesn't realise that she's completely talentless. She doesn't realise that most people don't like her with justification. She sees it as unjustified. And therefore, as a consequence of these failures, they cannot land at her door, and she needs a scapegoat. She needs somebody to blame, and thus Harry is a convenient place to place that blame. Of course, her narcissism will cause her to believe that people are jaundiced and biased and prejudiced against her by virtue of her colour, yada, yada, yada. But also, it will cause her to blame Harry. What you wrote in that book has caused us so many problems since then. That's why people don't like us. It's your fault. You haven't been doing enough to promote brand Sussex. I've been carrying this all on my own. Note the absolutes. I've been doing it all on my own. You've been doing nothing. The black and white thinking of the narcissist. Accordingly, her narcissism will cause her to see it as having no future with him because, 1, he's in devaluation, and 2, it is a convenient place to put him in for the purposes of blame shifting so that he absorbs the blame for her failures. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex suffered a huge loss last month after their lucrative Spotify deal came to an end after just one season of Harry's wife's Archetypes podcast. The article continues. After being dumped from the digital music streaming giant, speculation has grown over what the couple will do for their next project, with an insider claiming that Harry's wife's team have told her to go solo. The insider told Closer magazine her team have warned her that there's no future with Harry and that she needs to start working on her individual projects rather than being seen as one half of brand Sussex. They feel that if Harry's wife does more on her own, she'll have more opportunities to save her career. It will give them breathing room and restore confidence, or at least that's the hope. A joint statement was released by Spotify and the couple's company Archwell to announce the end of their contract, which is stated to have been a mutual agreement. However, it seems things weren't as amicable as they seemed, as just one day later, head of podcast innovation and monetization at Spotify, Bill Simmons, branded the couple as fucking grifters. In a foul-mouthed vent, the boss said, "That's the podcast we should have launched with them. I've got to get drunk one night and tell the story of the Zoom I had with Harry to try and help him with the podcast idea. It's one of my best stories." His remarks apparently left Harry's wife distraught, according to the insider, and she can't believe she's been attacked so viciously and so publicly by one of their execs. They added, "It served as a brutal reality check that things really do need to change to save their popularity." The couple were delivered another blow after the US official rejected their application to trademark archetypes. The Sussexes submitted an application to get exclusive rights to archetypes, but the US Patent and Trademark Office has rejected their claims on the basis of a likelihood of confusion with an existing brand. Harry and Harry's wife attempted to claim rights to archetypes in areas such as downloadable audio recordings and podcasts, and in anything that fell into the category of cultural treatment of women and stereotypes facing women. However, the application was turned down due to an existing trademark by Arizonian firm Archetypes LLC. Despite this, the couple still have their Netflix deal in place, with the streaming giant confirming that the company still deeply values their partnership with the Duke and Duchess. A spokesman for Netflix squashed rumours that they were planning to axe their deal, telling Entertainment Tonight, "The bond with Archwell Productions is one we deeply value. Harry and Harry's Wife launched as Netflix's most spectacular documentary debut to date. Our exciting journey with them isn't ending anytime soon. We're currently collaborating on numerous projects, including the much-anticipated documentary series Heart of Invictus." Notwithstanding the upbeat tone from Netflix, Harry's wife is being advised, "Your popularity is tanking. People don't like you. Spotify have cancelled you. You need to do something. And the way forward is to jettison the deadwood," which, of course, is viewed as Harry. He's not particularly bright. We all know what his ideas weren't with regard to content, which were laughable. And Harry's wife doesn't take much encouraging at all in terms of blaming him for their woes and accepting that she needs to fly solo. Her advisors, of course, are suggesting that she flies solo in terms of the creation of material. But for Harry's wife, that will translate into understanding that she ultimately no longer has any use for him, which, of course, translates into a disengagement trigger for Harry. As I've explained on many occasions, the most likely outcome is that she's going to disengage from him, and that trigger, either she finds somebody else, or he outlives his usefulness, and in the circumstances, that results in him being jettisoned. The suggestion that she needs to fly solo with regard to the content creation and her future endeavours only adds weight to the likelihood that he is going to be removed by her because he no longer serves a purpose to her. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.